This is the new Audi Q9, and it's the biggest Audi in many ways. It's the biggest in terms of height, width, and length. It's over 5.3 meters long, same as a Cadillac Escalade. It's got the biggest cup holders of any Audi. You can tell it's been designed primarily for the American market. The biggest opening sunroof. It's got the biggest cup holders. It's huge. The biggest OLED lighting panels is actually over 0.5 meter squared. The biggest grille and the biggest doors of any Audi. Plus they open electrically and close electrically as well. The biggest OLED lighting panels. The Q9 is a statement vehicle. It's been designed to look expensive. That's why the panels here at the rear are all smooth, unlike on the Q7 where it's stepped. That's more expensive to do. So too is embedding the Audi badge more flush into the boot lid, unlike on the Q7. The standout feature is this, look, we have curved LED lighting for the first time on an Audi. That looks really impressive. This is also good news. Real exhaust pipes, no fakery here. Looks like Audi has certainly changed its ways, which is a good thing. Moving down the side, you can see just how tall this vehicle is, and it has quite an upright rear pillar to create lots of interior space. Wheel sizes go from 20 to 23s. They are huge. And as we move towards the front, which takes quite a long time because this car is so long, you'll notice this new grille. It's illuminated, as you can see, with some special LEDs which have consistent lighting throughout, which is a regulatory requirement. You probably noticed this, the illuminated Audi badge. Now in America, that's perfectly legal. In Europe though, you can't have a badge of that size illuminated because EU regulations would say that is advertising. However, if you don't like this grille because you might think, wait a minute, that looks a bit too much like a Mercedes-AMG grille and I'm an Audi fan, maybe you prefer the more sporty SQ9. And here it is. As you can see, the SQ9 gets a more sporty looking grille with indirect LED illumination. You've got S badging there, a slightly different lower bumper with satin highlights. You get more satin highlights here on the door mirrors and on the roof bars, and if you walk around that way you'll notice the rear track is wider as well. Look, it's just more aggressive, isn't it? And so is this. Quad tailpipes. These are real. You see, this Q9 has a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 with 590 horsepower. It also produces 800 newton meters of torque, which is enough to blast this huge SUV from 0 to 60 miles an hour in around 3.6 seconds. That's almost 3/4 of a second quicker than the fastest Range Rover SV you can currently buy. And it's just as quick as Audi's own RS3, which is ridiculous when you think about it. But there's a problem, a big one. We won't be getting it in Europe because of EU7 emission regulations. Only the Americans get to enjoy this. We'll get a 2.9 litre V6 and a diesel, maybe a plug-in hybrid later. Shame. Anyway, all models get Quattro all-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Air suspension, rear axle steering, though the air suspension on the SQ9 is lower than on this standard car. Seeing as they get the V8, it seems as though America is winning. But it's not always the case because sometimes their regulations can also be a bit of an arse. In the past, they weren't allowed matrix LEDs. Now they are. However, there are some weird rules revolving around the other light functionality on this car. You see, you can change the signatures here at the back and at the front. But in America, in order to switch between the two, you actually have to physically lock the car and get out of it to switch between them. So I can't be bothered to do that now, and I'm going to get Dr. Michael from Audi to go through all that palaver for me. Enjoy. Quad tailpipes. These are real. You see, this Q9 has a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 with 590. Sorry about getting you to do that, Michael. Anyway, I want to show you guys this. There's a proximity sensor at the rear of the vehicle, so if another vehicle gets too close, it'll do this, a warning to back away. Then there's a high-level brake light which reflects in the rear window, so it's nice and clear. And let's say a cyclist is coming up the side of the car and there's still someone in it, it'll automatically display this warning triangle. But that is not my favourite bit. It is this, the indicators that project onto the ground to show other drivers that you're about to make a move. And let's just do it on the other side as well for completeness. Yeah, and while we're around here, I'll show you this as well. The puddle lighting isn't like any other puddle lighting. It opens up and rolls out like a carpet. Can you see? So when you open the door and then close it, it does that. On the inside, the SQ9 has some S features, like look, the S sports steering wheel, S embossed into the headrest, S on the sill, and a red start button. They sort of dropped the ball a bit here, because on the main infotainment screen the car I see is just the normal Q9, not the SQ9. That's quite a responsive system though. It's just a shame you have to control everything through the screen, including the blooming air vents. You have to move them through the screen. Oh great, that's good, isn't it? We love all that not. The digital driver's display is all well and good, but the layout and the design of it isn't as good as on Audi displays of the past. Quality in here is exceptional though. The materials feel lovely. I like this light interior. You can actually get a wood finish here for the centre console. I prefer it than this. I don't know what this is. It's like fake carbon fibre effect. And they've minimised the use of shiny black plastic in areas that you touch. It's only really there and up there as well. You get Audi's new indicator stalk system here. I like it, other journalists don't. I'm not a big fan of the big bezel on the infotainment screen though, and I think it's a bit over screen, this car, with the passenger display. I don't think passengers use those, they just tend to go on their phones. Quality wise, it does feel solid, apart from a few things where you hit it like that. It's a touch hollow. Other than that though, lots of room, plenty of cubby space, those massive cup holders, good storage under here, wireless charging, big door bins, large glove box, which is nicely damped and lined with felt. But the real luxury of this car is back there. Let me just shut the door. Ugh, it's hard work, isn't it? So the seats here in the middle row are exactly the same as in the front, although you do have these armrests, which are very, very nice. And of course you can move them forwards and backwards and recline. It's so comfy, and there's so much space, so much glass to look out of. You have blinds as well if you don't want to look out so much. You don't want people looking in. And if you need to get to the back seats, it's really easy, because you can just go through this gap if you want to, like this. Try not to get this up my bum. Okay, so rearmost seats, not quite as posh. You're just filming my bottom there, Lewis. Not quite so posh. Headroom is good. Knee room is it's alright, but you can always do that, though you'd have to let the other person put their leg through as well. Now to get out, come on, I can do it this way if I want, rather than walk through the middle. That beeping sound is just a warning if someone was sat there to get out of the way. And then I can hop out again, press the button, door opens on its own, and then I'll just birth myself out of here. Feet first. If you need to carry more passengers, you'll be able to get the Q9 with a 3-person bench seat in the middle row. That means you'll have a total of 7 seats available instead of just 6. And speaking of carrying things, let's check out the boot. To help you locate the hands-free tailgate sensor, look, projected on the ground is this little marker, so you know exactly where to waggle your foot. And then you can do it every single time. Even with all the seats in place, the boot is actually quite large. I can easily fit in here. Look, plenty of room for me. Oh, well done, Lewis. You're shutting the boot on my head. It's not going to bother me though, there's so much space. Yeah, very well done. Now let me out so I can get on with this. Come on. You can't operate things, you're the camera person, not the journalist. It's taken years and years of training to be able to do these kind of things. Anyhow, look, so you can fold down these seats by pressing this button here to put it into luggage mode. Unfortunately, due to the nature of those middle row chairs, they can't fold all the way down. That's about as good as they do. But there's still plenty of stowage area here. And if you look over here, there's a button there where you can alter the ride height of the car, so you can lower it down to make it easier to load. And if you look under here, we have the load cover. And here is a new storage solution that Audi has introduced. So that slides along, and these do that. And I'm not entirely sure what you'd be using that for, but it's new. The Audi Q9 will go on sale in the UK at the end of 2026 and it'll be priced around £100,000. Can't wait till then and want to save a bit of money? Why not check out a Q8 on CarWow? Now I've actually configured one, my favourite trim, engine choice, and I've got a great deal on it. If you want to see what the offer is, then click the link in the description or the pinned comment. You can actually click on the pop-out banner as well or scan the QR code.
This car is obviously the most upmarket SUV Audi has ever made, but it's not the most luxurious one to come out of the Volkswagen Audi group. To find out how the new Q9 compares to something even more premium, click on the video window appearing now to watch my in-depth video review of the latest Bentley Bentayga Speed. That particular car costs around £300,000, but in some ways I think this new Audi might actually be better. I'll find out for myself when I get to review it soon, so make sure you subscribe to this channel so you're notified of every new upload. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.
There at the first sight, I never believed. When I saw you for the first time, I changed my mind. Your eyes and your smile are a fantasy. I need